In this podcast episode featuring Dr. Russell Kennedy, the discussion revolves around the pervasive issue of anxiety in modern society, exploring its roots, manifestations, and potential solutions. Dr. Kennedy, a medical doctor and neuroscientist, delves into the complexities of anxiety, emphasizing that it is not merely a mental state, but a deeply rooted physiological response tied to unresolved trauma and emotional experiences. Dr. Kennedy begins by addressing why anxiety has become so prevalent in contemporary life. He attributes this rise to a collective intolerance of uncertainty, which has been exacerbated by the distractions of modern technology, particularly smartphones. He explains that anxiety can often be described as uncertainty intolerance, where individuals struggle to cope with the unpredictability of life. This struggle is particularly pronounced in those who have experienced trauma or emotional wounding during childhood, leading to a heightened sensitivity to uncertainty. The conversation highlights the dual nature of anxiety, which consists of a physical alarm response in the body and a mental component characterized by worry and catastrophic thinking. Dr. Kennedy introduces the concept of the alarm anxiety cycle, where past traumas are stored in the body, leading to a state of alarm that triggers anxious thoughts. This cycle perpetuates itself as the mind generates worst-case scenarios in response to the body's alarm signals. Dr. Kennedy shares his personal experiences growing up with a father who suffered from schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. He reflects on how witnessing his father's mental health struggles created a foundation of uncertainty in his childhood, which has influenced his understanding of anxiety. He emphasizes that unresolved childhood trauma can lead to a lifelong struggle with anxiety, as individuals may internalize feelings of fear and abandonment. The discussion also touches on the importance of repair in childhood experiences. Dr. Kennedy argues that it is not the trauma itself that determines future anxiety, but rather the lack of emotional repair following that trauma. Children who receive reassurance and support during difficult times are more likely to develop resilience, while those who do not may struggle with anxiety throughout their lives. A significant portion of the conversation focuses on the physiological aspects of anxiety. Dr. Kennedy explains that anxiety is rooted in the body's alarm response, which is often misinterpreted by the mind. He emphasizes the importance of recognizing that anxiety is not solely a mental issue, but a physical one as well. The body keeps the score of past traumas, and when individuals experience anxiety, it is often a manifestation of unresolved emotional pain. Dr. Kennedy introduces the concept of interoception, the brain's ability to read bodily sensations. When the brain detects an alarm in the body, it triggers a cascade of anxious thoughts, leading individuals to worry excessively. He suggests that worry serves as a coping mechanism, providing a false sense of certainty in the face of uncertainty. However, this coping strategy ultimately reinforces the cycle of anxiety as individuals become addicted to the act of worrying. The podcast emphasizes the need for individuals to reconnect with their bodies and emotions to heal from anxiety. Dr. Kennedy advocates for a bottom-up approach to therapy, which involves addressing the physical sensations associated with anxiety rather than solely focusing on cognitive strategies. He encourages listeners to explore somatic therapies that help individuals process their emotions and connect with their inner child. Dr. Kennedy introduces the acronym ALARM, which stands for abuse, loss, abandonment, rejection, maturity too early, and shame. He explains that these experiences can create a state of alarm in the body, leading to anxiety. By acknowledging and addressing these underlying issues, individuals can begin to heal and break free from the cycle of anxiety. Throughout the conversation, Dr. Kennedy highlights the significance of emotional expression in managing anxiety. He notes that men, in particular, often struggle to express their emotions, leading to increased irritability and frustration. He encourages men to embrace their feelings, including tears, as a means of releasing pent-up emotions. Dr. Kennedy shares his own practice of car screaming, where he allows himself to express frustration and release emotional tension in a safe environment. The discussion also touches on the role of play in emotional healing. Dr. Kennedy explains that engaging in playful activities can help individuals access both their sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems, promoting emotional regulation and healing. He emphasizes that play can serve as a powerful tool for processing trauma and reconnecting with oneself. Dr. Kennedy critiques traditional talk therapy, arguing that while it can provide valuable insights, it often falls short in addressing the root causes of anxiety. He believes that many therapeutic approaches focus on coping strategies rather than healing the underlying alarm response. He encourages listeners to seek out therapies that address both the mind and body, emphasizing the importance of somatic work in the healing process. He also discusses the potential role of psychedelics in therapy, suggesting that they may offer a unique opportunity to access deeper emotional states and facilitate healing. However, he acknowledges the legal and societal barriers surrounding their use.